Hello, everyone. Today, me and
Isaiah.
are going to be doing a review on Highlander 2, The Quickening, our bad movie.
It was really bad.
It's going to be separated into 4 categories, and we're going to rate them out of 5. It's going to be why, what, turn it off, unintentional humor, and cringe factor. So let's go ahead and start off with the why, what. We rated that out of 5.
5 out of 5.
It wasn't that a lot of things happened and just didn't make sense. I mean, that did happen, but it was mostly because plot lines were set up and then they just forgot or just didn't care to explain it. Like, for example, the whole new artificial ozone layer thing didn't feel very Highlander-like. It set in the medieval times, and for some reason it's set in the future. So instead of doing a sequel with the same characters in the same time period, or just the same time period with different characters, they just decided to jump forward.
Yeah, it felt really goofy in that matter. It was like, it just didn't make a lot of sense why they would do that for the second
Yeah,
movie.
it just
was like,
makes zero sense. Probably because they couldn't get any of the actors to return except for like one or maybe more than one.
Yeah, one or like 2 or 3 of the actors returned, and it was like, these characters are different, but they're different in a not good way.
And then a dude gets exploded when he's old, and then he just walks out of the fire young.
He just turns young. It doesn't make sense at all.
Next category, turn it off. We did a 5.
5 out of 5 again.
Pretty simple because just we checked how much was left like every 2 minutes.
And like let's say it's the last 20 minutes of the movie.
I checked.
We're checking every
like 50 times.
Every 2 minutes 30 seconds. This movie is like you're watching and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, it's just so boring. That's the main thing.
It's very boring.
Next is unintentional humor. We kind of did that at 3, mainly because it isn't like Turtles 3 where they say stupid stuff and then it's just like, oh, that's a bad joke, that's funny. It's more something happens and it kind of goes in the why what factor. Something happens that makes no sense. Yeah, they just do stuff that makes zero sense or just add in terrible effects. That was another thing. Horrendous effects.
Very horrendous. Awful.
Even the fights. They couldn't even get the fights right. They were just terrible. Everything about it was just pathetic.
Yeah. It was really just not well done.
Yeah. And then last category is the cringe factor.
We gave it a 2.
We just rated it out of 2.
I mean, it wasn't really cringe as much as just like when you would cringe because it's bad, not because it's cringe.
But to sum it up, basically, it's hard to watch not because it's cringe, but because it's not fun. There's nothing about it that's redeeming.
Yeah, there's no redeeming qualities to the movie. I mean, you watch it and you're just like.
I watched the movie and I'm the same person I went in. I'm not saying it has to be a life-changing movie.
It was a movie and it wasn't a good movie.
I could easily forget it. I already forgot it.
Yep.
And that's about it.
That's about it.
See ya.